Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden episode 82, I believe. I'm just gonna double check. Yes, episode 82. What happened last time?
Last episode, there's several things going on.
Naruto training?
Yeah, Naruto is training. He made a huge breakthrough. Now he has a double shadow clone plus himself to make his new wind jutsu. It looks pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. I think it's not quite finished yet, and we haven't seen him use it for anything, but he's definitely getting there. He's applying the change in nature to his Rasengan, so that's pretty cool. As well as Shikamaru and everyone has arrived back at the village with the sad news, as well as the Akatsuki finally revealed their entire plan to their newer members as well as to us. It's a very methodical, well thought out, structured plan that is gonna be hard to put a stop to without like killing all of them, because this plan doesn't have a lot of holes in it. It seems like they're going at a steady pace and not much is gonna throw them off, so that's kind of worrisome.
What do you think is the best thing that our heroes could do to throw them off, other than like killing them all?
I don't find some, like, killing them all, or find some way to release the tailed beast, but that would also cause a lot of problems because then the tailed beast would just be flying around wrecking everything like back in the old days. However, that still might be a better alternative because either way there's going to be a war and multiple wars just from then onwards if the Akatsuki succeed. So, and at least in the scenario that if the tailed beasts were like released or whatever, and even if a lot of people died and it was causing shit, the Akatsuki still potentially wouldn't win because they wouldn't have had the chance to get enough people together to actually have a proper force on their side, and people wouldn't trust them because they're evil and they wouldn't pay for their services or whatever, and at that point it wouldn't really matter because there would be chaos everywhere. But there doesn't seem to be a really great way of really going about it other than either killing all the members of the Akatsuki one by one, but in quick succession because they seem to just be fine with replacing dead members.
They did just replace Sasori immediately with Toby.
Yeah, even though Toby seems kind of like an idiot. and like when we saw him before,
Mr. Zetsu!
Like, Zetsu seemed to be like, yeah, fuck right off, Toby.
No, he said, no, Black Zetsu said that. White Zetsu said, Toby's a good boy.
Well, either way.
Which is like a huge meme, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, Toby didn't seem like maybe the best or most competent replacement up to Sasori's level. However, they replaced him nonetheless.
Yeah.
And
he is still in the Akatsuki.
Yeah, he's still in the Akatsuki. We haven't seen what else he can do yet, but I suppose he can do something. Even if all he can do is help seal tailed beasts, at least he's doing something and speeding up the process. But yeah. So I don't know what they could do unless the Akatsuki mess up. I mean, at some point they have to try and get Naruto. So obviously that's priority number one, is making sure that they don't get Naruto. And in that moment, if they did come to get him, if they could kill the like 2 members that were coming to get him and like actually kill them this time, not like letting Deidara get away or anything. So that would be good. Yeah.
Well, this episode is a really good one. It's one of my favorites in the whole series. It's really good. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's a really good episode. And I think you'll see why pretty quickly. But we're going to get into this. Naruto Shippuden, episode 82. Hope you guys enjoy the reaction and review to this episode. If you do, we hope you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you like our Naruto content and you want to see more of it. And if you really want to see more of it, if you want to go into the future, you can get 5 episodes ahead, as well as get uncuts for the show and many others on our channel, including completed series and some bunch of OP reactions. We have like more than 60 different OP reactions, the uncuts of which are on our Patreon. All of our patrons get access to those. OVA, movie reactions, bunch of cool stuff, and Discord, all the good stuff. Polls as well. We put a lot into our Patreon, so hope you check that out. Link in the description. But we also ask you to support the official release. Netflix, Crunchyroll, come here to hear what we have to say, not just to rewatch the show. We're not providing this as a free way to rewatch the show. We're providing this as a bit of commentary, reaction review to hear what we have to say about the show, and that's the content we provide. We're using the show as an aid for that purpose. But we're just gonna get into this. Naruto Shippuden, episode 82. Let's go.
So sad. But it also looked like the start of a horror movie.
It reminds me of the episode. Well, never mind. It reminds me of a certain episode of Death Note. If you know, you guys know the episode if you've seen Death Note. I'm not sure how many more episodes we get of this intro, but let's enjoy it while we can, because it's really good.
That was kind of interesting in this opening, how like Sakura is in front of Tsunade's thing, and then like the three now without a teacher are in front of the third Hokage.
Well, yeah, because
which is the dad of their teacher, so it's kind of cool.
And then Naruto's also in front of the fourth Hokage, who obviously he's like finishing the jutsu and everything. Turned out the animation. And the sound design, goddamn.
Asuma.
Guy.
Uncle Asuma. Where is he?
His mom said that he had already left when I went by his house.
Hey, you two! How many times do I have to tell you kids not to play around on the roof? We're sorry. Well, hi there, Shikamaru.
Hey.
Haven't seen you in a while. You been busy? I'll in soon. Oh, and tell Asuma-sensei and Choji I say hello. Which reminds me, we have to work out Asuma's tab when he comes in.
Asuma was, well,
Yeah?
killed in the line of duty.
So, the shinobi who was lost yesterday.
So sad.
The barbecue restaurant. I never realized that was a barbecue restaurant. I thought it was just somebody in the neighborhood. I just never paid attention when I watched it last time, I guess. He just never went to the funeral.
Shikamaru? Dinner's almost ready.
I'm, not really that hungry.
He's got a really nice house.
Shikamaru, come spend some time with your old man. Your game's a little off tonight. You're not gonna win like that.
Whatever, Dad.
The Akatsuki. They're strong, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, what's your plan? If someone like Asuma couldn't handle them, what shot do you think you'd have? Sarutobi was a hell of a guy.
I know.
Not so hot at shogi, though. doing?
Look, you play your way and I'll play mine.
No, son. I'm not talking about shogi. Well, you wouldn't do anything stupid, I suppose. I'm lucky in that respect. Who wants to go to their own son's funeral? You've done well for yourself. I'm very proud to be your father. You're as sharp as they come, with great talent. Someone the Leaf can depend on in the future. But now, Asuma is dead.
Just what are you getting at here?
Only the truth.
Will you shut your mouth? All this talking is making me sick. Say what you want. I'm still nothing but a useless coward.
You're wrong.
What do you want from me?
Let it out, boy. All of the anger, the sadness, and the fear, everything that's brewing inside of you, you've got to let it go. It all starts from there, son. Remember, I'll be here for you.
Almost teared up there.
This is epic.
Such an incredible episode.
Just all night.
Such an incredible episode, man.
Those guys better fucking hope they don't run into Shikamaru again. He'll kick their ass in so many different ways.
You showed him your abilities and then gave him like a couple weeks to plan. I wish I could tell. I think they're focusing on like different pieces that they represent.
It's too bad they didn't add a subtitle.
I wish they did. Because like the whole climbing silver thing was like based on a silver general, which is a shogi only piece, but then the rest of there's the silver and gold generals, I think, if I have it right. I could be wrong.
Focusing and then a lot on kids this episode.
They really are. And then the rest of the pieces are just like chess.
Oh, he's got the blades.
They really are focusing on kids a lot this episode. I didn't notice.
Shikamaru. Good morning. Oh, it must have been so hard on you, seeing Asuma. You poor boys.
Shikamaru.
Darling,
You must be looking for Choji. He's in the hills out back.
Choji's dad's so cool.
So hungry.
I don't know. I think it's deep enough. Shikamaru! Just saw your mom. Brought you a little something.
He's bulking. Just only carbs.
So when do we do it? You're gonna do it, right? How can I help? Wait a second. Are you telling me that you don't want me to? Well, actually, there is one thing you can do. Huh? Mm-hmm.
Shikamaru! We're gonna do it, right?
Nice one.
I would make that joke, but I think everyone makes that joke. That's pretty
So
cool.
many children. I'd never seen this many children, even in the village in general. But it's really nice. They're like cleaning the graves.
They must
and
be
stuff.
from the academy, maybe. That's like part of your duty.
Thank you.
Or maybe just from the neighborhood.
Forgive me. I know I'm late. I was a little lost, but I'm good now. We're about to try something pretty crazy. So please, keep an eye on us, okay? Asuma Sensei.
Asuma Sensei.
Asuma Sensei.
Ready to head out?
Let's go, Shikamaru. All right.
Hold it!
Huh?
You going somewhere?
Your mission directive still stands, right? I've just assembled a new team. We're going ahead with the mission.
Not without my approval, you're not. Shikamaru, you will be assigned to a troop of my choosing, and only when we have a solid plan of attack in place.
Listen.
Way
just
ahead
send
of
some
you.
Reinforcements after us.
Asuma is dead. There's only 3 of you.
It's not true. Asuma is still with us.
You're after vengeance then, are you? Are you so eager to die?
We have no intention of running straight to our deaths. Believe me.
Believe
It's
it.
just
Well, just what?
we don't want to run away and just go on living without fulfilling our duty. We aren't going to live without meaning. That's why we're going.
Grow up, you 3. The shadow of death hangs over us all. Some deaths may be harder to accept than others, but unless you can get past that, there can be no future.
Carrying this lighter around, Asuma's still close by, like he's watching over us. I really feel that. Until I've closed the book on this thing, his lighter will stay with me.
Face reality. There's only 3 of you, okay? A full squad
A full
has...
squad has 4.
Kakashi Sensei?
I'll take over as Team 10's leader and go with them.
So
Fair
cool.
enough.
So cool.
You.
It's no use.
This is the
They're just
team
gonna
we
go
all
anyway.
deserved.
I figure you might as well send me along to keep an eye on them. Make sure they don't go overboard.
Sunrise.
All All right. As you wish then.
But Kakashi-sensei, what about Naruto?
Your arm, it's...
Oh, it's nothing. He doesn't need me at the moment. Plus... All right, Team Asuma, let's go.
Okay.
That's so, isn't it so great? Isn't that just incredible?
That's the best thing I've...
Kakashi, we owe you one.
Also, the only time that like, stupid soundtrack hasn't felt completely unearned.
Yeah. Okay, what did you think of that episode
That
of
was a really
Naruto?
good episode. That was a
It's
really
one
cool
of the best
episode.
episodes.
That was awesome.
By far one of the best episodes.
Shikamaru, once again, just being the best character. He's so cool. Teamed up with the other best character of Kakashi.
Oh, I thought you were going to
there.
say of his dad.
No. That was so cool. At the end, I love Tsunade just goes there and like you can tell she doesn't even actually intend to stop them. Like you don't just show up by yourself in the middle of the night. Like I don't know, I feel like she knows that they're gonna go regardless, but she's gonna like
She
try
doesn't
and
want them
stop.
to be reckless.
Well, that's what I mean. Like she wants to stop them, but not like capture them and forcibly restrain them, because she could have easily done that, but she wasn't going to.
She is a sucker for like an inspired will, I think. Like
Yeah.
that's what she really needs. She just wants to know. She's willing to stop them, but I think she just wants to know that they know what they're getting into, and if she wasn't satisfied with their like determination, then she probably would have stopped them.
Yeah.
But it's just like with Naruto. It's like they said the same thing that she argued on behalf of Naruto to the elders, where she was like, we can't just, we're just going to keep them safe in the village and not let them, experience danger. We're just going to coddle them. That's the answer. No, you have to let them pursue their dreams.
Yeah.
But if they don't have like a proper motive, then they are just running into their deaths. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Kakashi going with was a big...
that was an epic moment.
Because you don't suspect it, because Kakashi has his own shit. And what was up with his fucking hand?
I don't know. I wonder if Naruto just took him out a little bit, probably by accident, or they like.
And then somehow Kakashi didn't have to spend 3 weeks in the hospital.
Well, that's because this arc is moving at an appropriate pace.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. The beginning, the
black and white.
that was so crazy. It literally looked like it was a horror movie.
And the sound design throughout the whole episode, but there specifically, yeah.
Yeah, and they showed like a lot of kids, of like
Kids.
like young innocent people of the village that are like kind of
throughout the whole thing. Like when Shikamaru was just like hanging out. He was like when he was just on the roof or whatever, he's like looking down at all these kids playing.
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
in the street, there's like.
And then
kids
even when
running
he was talking to the
Shopkeeper
restaurant lady, they zoomed out to show like a kid like looking at stuff as well. So that's kind of interesting. And they were like cleaning the graves and putting stuff there.
Like those couple scenes are, I think they're super important, and it's unfortunately what Naruto as a series lacks. It's like. That moment, I mean, it's special in this episode, but that seeing the village or seeing like normal people,
Yeah.
like we saw a bit more when Naruto and Jiraiya were traveling. We saw a bit more, but it was more like there's a festival or there's like this
event, and that's
Yeah.
why there's people that aren't characters.
But it really characterizes the world. I think that's Kishimoto's least his least strength, like his weakest part of his writing is the making the world feel alive,
Yeah.
rather than just a place for the characters. Like he establishes the nations and makes the map and stuff, but like stuff like that is really specifically awesome because it's so rare as
Yeah.
well. But
Yeah, and it's like looking like there's so much horrible stuff going on. They just had this fight. They just lost someone. But all these kids still have the opportunity to run around and play
yeah,
and just have fun and live their life. Like in contrast with what they're doing, which is risking their lives every day and dying.
yeah.
So That's pretty cool. I do really the part with the shogi was so cool, but I really wish that I knew what the pieces were, because they were zooming in on specific ones.
Yeah.
And I could tell, like, he looked at the one and, like, got the ideas based on the pieces and was obviously associating them with, like, people and like, the fight and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, you could kind of get it, but not fully, because you look at them and it's like, well, you can't quite tell what they are.
Piece it together.
I'm like, oh, maybe that's the king or the knight or whatever, but I have no actual idea.
Yeah.
So that would have taken it up to the next level.
We could possibly look at that scene maybe if we go to Japanese with subtitles. We could turn subtitles on and rewatch that small part a little bit if you wanted to.
Well, will it show?
I'm not sure. We could just check it out real quick.
Sure.
I think it was around here. Do you want me to do some Googling?
I'm not
it's not a
too.
huge deal.
I'm just saying that would have elevated it even to another level.
I agree.
But it was still a really epic scene.
Yeah.
And you can just Shikamaru's just so determined, and I'm just thinking, like, man, the next time that they run into those guys, they're fucking done for. They're just gonna. I mean, it will still be a fight, but, like, the whole point of the fight where Asuma died was they ran into an enemy that was completely unpredictable.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. They couldn't do anything about it. Because they, like, even though Shikamaru's so good at strategizing, if he knows nothing about the enemy, then you kind of have to take what you can in the moment.
Yeah.
But if you know a lot about them and have had an entire fight, well, we don't fully know Kakuzu's style, but
we've got some teasers.
Yeah,
there's enough to work with.
And we completely know the entire fighting strategy
of Hedon.
So, and he's so specific that he's not going to stray from that, because his entire thing is about this religion, and he needs to do the specific thing with the specific circle on the ground and this and that. So that's like kind of how he needs to kill his enemies, you know? So yeah, it's like with that, Shikamaru can do a lot.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And he'll be with a team that is equally as prepared, that have been working as a team, that they were like their first people that they ever worked with, and they work way better as a team, I'm sure. And also Kakashi is going to be on the team, and he's super cool as well. So excited to see what happens next. I hope we, like, continue on with this for a bit longer of just focusing on them.
Yeah, me too.
I hope so.
Yeah, I was just thinking of, like, what piece would Kakashi be if he was a chess piece? I think he'd be a queen, because he could do fucking anything. He can literally do anything.
That's true. Can do pretty much everything.
Yeah. He can literally just copy the abilities of everyone else.
I mean, they can't do... Well, I don't know in, like, shogi how the pieces move, but, like, in chess, the queen can't do what a knight can do.
That's true. Well, he can't copy Kekkei Genkai, so... I think as far as I'm aware, the normal chess pieces in shogi work the exact same. It's just the obviously the things on the board are laid out differently, and there's an extra row, I think, and then because there's an odd number of rows one way. Oh no, yeah, because there's 9, and then there's, I think, just the normal amount of rows. I don't know that way. I'm not big into chess. Regardless, yeah. I'd like to know more about shogi, which is why we should watch March Comes In Like a Lion, because I'd like to watch it again and try to learn shogi while I'm watching it. Anyway, anything else you want to say about the episode? We saw Choji's mom for the first time.
Yeah, Choji's mom.
Thick.
Yeah, Shikamaru's dad's pretty cool.
That shogi scene was so good, because, like, they didn't just, like, change the way that, like, the characters animate, like, put the shogi piece down, which is also just a cool motion. But, like, you could hear the pressure. Like, they recorded different sounds for the amount of pressure, like, that they're putting it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything about it. It was... And the graphics on, like, the sliding door frame things So fucking good. Their house is beautiful.
Yeah, it's really cool that his dad, like, did that for him. It really helped him out.
Yeah.
Because, like, he was just keeping it all in. Like, you know, avoiding the funeral, sitting outside, thinking, like, oh, I need to do something, but I don't want to do anything, kind of thing.
It's funny. His relationship with his dad's really funny because, like, I don't know. His dad, he's almost exactly like his dad, but, like, his dad is just wiser, but you can kind of tell that, like, in terms of raw intelligence, Shikamaru might be smarter.
Yeah.
He might have more, like, potential, but, like, Shikaku can, like, see how he can really understand him because they're so similar. It's just funny, their relationship, because he really he's the only one who can, like, talk to Shikamaru like that and, like, really know what he has to say. Because even Asuma would get to those points giving advice and he'd just be like, well, fuck it then, I guess. Better figure it out then, kid. Like,
yeah.
So, anyway.
Really cool.
Anything else you want to say?
I'm so excited. They're so cool. And I want to say, I said it before, but I'll say it again. That stupid song that, like, Carson put the flag to previously.
Yeah.
Was used, but it was actually cool. The moment actually deserved an epic soundtrack, like, to that degree.
Yeah.
So
they managed to use 2 epic soundtracks, and they actually felt super epic because when he was doing the plan to moving the shogi pieces, and it was like, and, like, they didn't just do the starting of the song. They kicked it in with, like, the shimasen. Is that what it's called? I'm not sure. The ding 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 ding. Oh, it sounds so good.
It's cool.
It's so fucking awesome. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed reaction review to this episode of Naruto. Subscribe, please, and hit the like button if you enjoyed. And we'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.